Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Grace Hollow. I'm PJ, and I'm not going to step in front of the camera and talk to you today. I just got through cutting grass and trimming trees. I'm in a tank top which is completely soaked. My head is completely soaked, and you know, there are certain times when a lady or anyone should know when not to expose people of the World Wide Web to their appearances. And this would be one of these times. So I'm going to spare you that. But what I want to talk to you about today and show you are all of these. Oh, it's chewing my fur. You stop that. Okay, so hey, what I want to talk to you about today and show you are all these grow out babies from, what are these, March and April babies? These, I'm going to have to look it up. But anyway, right here we have two does. These are two that I have decided to keep for the moment. Both of these girls are just amazing, and they are out of the Oklahoma buck, Blue Boy. And so we have, just look at the body. You can see the muscle and the body on her just standing here. And this buck over here, he might be going soon because he's pulling the fur out of my does. And then here's a really nice broken black doe who is not posed, but believe me, when she's sitting up and alert, she's an amazing little doe. There she goes. See the power in that body, the height and the depth. Although she's going to be bald and not have any fur. Look at him. He's just pulling. I'm going to have to do something with him. I'm not going to have that. Anyway, these are out of the Queen and Blue Boy. So these two ladies will carry. These are the Queen's bucks. She had, what'd she have, 4 bucks, I think. And 2 of them, they were nice, but they weren't as nice as these two. I really like the body on this broken in the back. This black one up front is rather nice too. All of these that I have kept are really nice. Now these are ones I would not hesitate for a moment to put them on the show table, and that's why they're here. This is my current show team. You know, the fall season starts here in just a few short weeks, and you know, every one of these I have kept for my show team. Anyway, these two guys are out of the Queen and Blue Boy. You know, 2 nice does, 2 super nice bucks. But the black buck, it's time for him to go to his own cage. He's plucking my buck here, his brother, and he's plucking my does through the wire, and I can't have that. Here we are about 3 weeks from showtime, and he's destroying my fur. So I'm going to have 2 bucks out of Everlong and Mumford. These 2 bucks I'm probably going to sell. They're super nice, and I would love to put them on the show table. But I have just too many. I can't show that many, and these 2 don't carry the blue gene, dilute. They don't carry dilute. So I really don't need these guys other than just for something to show, and I have plenty to show. So these 2 boys will be available if anyone's looking for a black buck or a broken black buck. Excellent bloodlines. Mumford is registered with 2 legs, and Everlong is a registered grand champion. Beautiful, and then rabbits. Here's another black buck. This is out of Zion and I think Kirby. Yes, Zion and Kirby. And man, I've really turned out with some fabulous rabbits here. Yeah, just look at the power and the muscle in this fella. Yeah, I'm holding him back, not only for a show, but I'm also hoping to use him as replacement buck. Maybe, I'm not sure for who yet, Ogden perhaps, because this guy will carry Duluth. He's out of Kirby, and just look at the body and the power. Now this girl is the one I fell in love with when we weaned her. This is Zion's and Kirby's doe. She impressed me when she was, what, 7, 8 weeks old when we weaned her, and then, you know, she's just continued to fill in and continued. Just a beautiful doe. I can't wait to get her on the judging table and see where she goes. This one most likely will be remaining as a brood doe. She's probably going to replace Mina. Beautiful doe. Okay, I love and this doe. Here's Jonesy. She's not one of the March babies. She was born quite a bit earlier. She might be a senior now. If not, she's getting very close. She's out of Cash and Dixie. I'm going to finish showing her. She's already got 2 legs, and I'm going to get her registered next month, or at least I hope so. And then hopefully I get her last leg. She doesn't have a big chance of carrying Duluth, so I'm going to, once I finish her out, I'm going to go ahead and put her up for sale, because I just don't need her. She might carry the Duluth. Cash is her dad, and Cash does carry Duluth, but probably only 1 out of 4 of his offspring is going to carry the Duluth, and so I'm betting she don't, but she could. Bigger's last 2 does, and they are out of Jasper, so both of these does will carry Duluth. I'm really torn. This Charlie girl was actually sold at one point. I planned on keeping her, and one of the old-time New Zealand breeders who's been breeding blues for many years, decades, and then Broken as well, says she doesn't use the Charlies for Broken. She breeds Broken to Broken, and after several generations, you stop getting the Charlies. And so she recommends not using Charlies. Now, I've always liked Charlies, and this is a granddaughter out of Ink. So I really like this girl. She's got the body, a beautiful body on her. I've got her sister also, who, you know, is nicely broken. She's not a Charlie. And she does have a nice body. She's built like her mama. Although I think the Charlie has the better... Hello. Isn't she just beauty? Huh? Anyway, the Charlie, I just think, has the better body of the 2 does. And since they both will carry Duluth, I don't think I'm going to be able to keep them both. So I'm going to have to at some point choose which doe. I like the Charlie, but, you know... I'd like to follow the recommendation of the old-timer. Well, she might not like me calling her an old-timer. She's been showing New Zealand's a lot longer than I have, and that's the only reason I call her an old-timer, because I've only been showing New Zealand's for a few years, 3 or 4 years now. So, you know, I'm an infant when it comes to New Zealand's. So anyway, let's keep going on. Then here's 2 bucks out of Biggers and Jasper, and I haven't decided which one of these 2 I will keep, or you know, there's so many bucks. I got the 2 bucks out of the Queen. I've got the buck out of Zion. I got these 2 bucks out of Biggers. You know, that's 5 beautiful bucks. And I don't know what I'm going to do with them all. That's really too many for me to keep. You know, and all 5 of those are Duluth carriers. We got the 2 bucks out of Mumford and Everlong over there. But they don't carry Duluth, so both of those will go. But anyway, that's it for the Black and Broken Black. We've got the 5 bucks well, $7. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and Jonesy, 7. Okay, $7, $7 for black and broken and then buck. Here are $2 broken red buck and a red buck. And I believe I'm probably going to sell both of these guys. I really like the red. The broken red, I love the color on him and the power of his shoulders. So I had hoped to show these guys, but I don't think I'm going to do that at this time. So both of these guys. Okay, and then here we have a black doe. This is Witter. She is out of Jordan and Kirby, so she would be the niece to Zion's black doe out there, because Zion and Jordan were littermate sisters. And of course Witter is getting too close where you can't see. There you go. This girl's turning out really nice. Oh, I think probably just as nice as Zion's little girl. This one might be a little bigger though. Well, I can't say that. This one's older. This one's about 2 weeks older. So okay, and here's my first blue doe. This is a girl that I purchased from Illinois back in the spring, and I was going to show her, but I have so many to show since I purchased her. You know, she's almost ready to breed. She's right at 9 pounds. I'm trying to get, you know, another ½ pound on her, and I haven't weighed in a couple weeks. But I'm going to get her bred. I'm not going to worry about showing her. I'm going to go ahead and breed her. So she needs a name. I haven't named my 2 blue does yet, so I need to get them named, and then I need to get her bred. And then here's this blue doe, and I'm undecided if I'm going to show her or not. She's not quite old enough to breed yet. She has another month till she reaches age, and she still needs to gain a little more weight, so she's not ready to breed yet. But you know, she's a really nice doe, so I'm tempted to show her, but since I purchased her and she's not one I raised, I'm hesitant. But either way, she's very promising, and I may just let her, which right now she's blowing her coat and can't be shown anyway. Well, she could be, but without a coat, she's not going to do that. All right, and here's Daisy's broken blue. Daisy and I think Jasper. And this guy, I really like him overall. I think he's well balanced and well put together. The downside is I really like width to this guy, and if I can get him, let me see if I can spook him and get him turned around. Well, no. I would like to see a little more depth, or not depth, he's pretty deep. I'd like for that shoulder to be just a little shorter, but the main thing I really would like is a little more width. To me, he's not excessively narrow, but he is a bit narrow, and I don't know, maybe he's still going to fill out, but this is a promising young fella. He's, you know, still a junior still yet, so hopefully he'll go ahead and fill in. He's kind of at an awkward stage right now, but he's looking very promising, so we're going to wait and see how he turns out. I'm certainly hanging on to him, and he's out of Daisy and Dave. And then here's these 2 girls. This is Daisy and Dave's doe. She's turned out really nice. The same way as her brother. Very well balanced, but I would have liked a little more depth or width to her. And then with her is Mina's little girl. Let me see if I can get her to... Let me see if one of them will move. There. Well, I can't get her. She's not growing as fast as some of the others. but she's really got a really nice body on her. She super nice body. I mean, I just love that body. I'm not sure she's gonna have the size that I wanted. I'll give her a little more time and see. She's out of Mina and I think Jasper. We'll just have to wait and see how that turns out. Okay, now here is a doe I'm really excited about. Look at this girl. Now she's, not posed exactly, but just, wow. Look at the height in that. Look at the nice, short, tight shoulders. Let me see if I can, look at the width. This girl's got it. I really like her. I haven't weighed her, so I don't know where she's at there. But this is going to blow your mind, too. You remember the little bitty, tiny hamster convicts? And this is one of the convicts. This is the doe that I kept out of, that litter of 8. Now, this is the doe that I kept. She deserves a name. I mean, she's probably an intermediate now. I think she should be getting close. Beautiful doe. I just really like her. She's going to get to start showing soon. Yeah. Anyway, this is out of Ink and Avoca. And this is my last girl out of Ink. So I'm really excited about her. And since she has a blue mama, she will have carried the dilute gene. Then next to her, a bit on the small side right now. But wow, he really packs a punch. He's got the depth, he's got the width, he's got the power, he's got the short shoulders, muscular, strong shoulders. I'm trying to get him to stiffen up for you. But just look at that buck. And, this is the sister to the daughter I showed you. This is Ink and Avoca's son. And this is the buck that I kept. And then here's a nice broken red doe. And I think this is probably going to be the only broken red that I show this fall. Or, at least opening up. We got some babies, some youngsters, still with their mamas that might turn out. But this lady is really promising. She's out of Memphis and Bazooka Joe, I believe. And so I'm really liking how she's turning out. She looks a lot like Bazooka Joe. A little more red on her than what I would like. She's kind of a heavy colored. But I don't think it's too, I don't think it's going to be too much. I don't think it's going to hinder her too much. Because she's really got the body that I like to see. For a red, she's really turning out pretty nice, I think. So I'm looking forward to showing her as well. And then here's a red buck. He is out of, I can't even remember. Is he the brother to the broken? I don't think so. I think I'm going to have to look it up. I don't remember who he is. It's been that long, guys. It's been busy, crazy, crazy busy. I'm in my last week of rehab now, so I'm hoping things will start settling down. I started rehab and I went back to work the same week, so I got bombarded the last 6 weeks, just go, 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 and hopefully, on the Saturdays, I've been going to Oklahoma a couple times. I went to a funeral. My Saturdays has been tying me up. Today's Saturday, and finally I'm at home. My chores are done and things are done, and so I thought, I'm gonna have time to get to the barn. And so here I am. I'm showing you my show team, and you've guessed it. We've got, what did we have over there? 15 black and broken black. And then we have, you know, 4 more here. The broken blue, the broken blue buck, broken blue doe. And then we have, you know, Mina's daughter, and then the 2 ink babies, and then we have these broken red and red. You know, I think I figured up, I had 21 rabbits that I'd love to show, and I can't afford to show that many. That's more than what is in my budget. So I'm going to have to cut this down somehow, and I am not quite sure how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to have to figure it out. I'm going to have to make some cuts somewhere. I'm just going to have to. I can't have 21 on my list. I'm trying to stay around 12. So, you know, that's 9 rabbits that doesn't quite fit on my list. So, gonna have to make some cuts. So if you're looking for some super nice New Zealand's, certainly get in touch with me. I'm gonna have to make some cuts somewhere. In September, my first show out of the box, first weekend of the month, is going to be Longview, Texas. So hopefully I see some of you in Longview. Until then, thanks for watching, and God bless. That's what I was afraid of. Did you see the deer? I'm out here cutting my grass, and the deer is, oh, I don't know, 200 feet from me. And I was afraid to turn off the lawnmower. I was afraid a disruption and sound would run her off, and that's what happened. So, hey, maybe you saw a deer for a second.